Europa Conference League knockout football time against the Turkish powerhouse of Galatasaray. Genuinely don't fancy our chances, but we have had an upset before when we beat Lazio to get into the Europa League. We could do it again. Hello and welcome back to Rupel Boom or Bust. If you are new here and you're enjoying these videos, do please remember to hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well if you're enjoying the videos. Stick all your comments down below. I do read them and reply to them when I get the chance. So yes, today it's a Galatasaray doubleheader starting off away from home in Turkey. Before we get to that though, let's talk about a little match that took place against Anderlecht. We won 5-0 and there were two superstars in this game. And no, it is not the hat-trick hero, Mohamed Bakayoko. First up, Alfonso Torres, our Mexican goalkeeper, getting an 8.3 in this match. He was absolutely insane. Second up, super sub Jordan Lukaku, who comes off the bench after about 60-odd minutes, scores a goal in the 85th, but also sets up two of Bakayoko's goals as well. I don't know how we've done this. I genuinely have no idea how we've done this. It means, in terms of league table, we are back to the top, or joint at the top with Club Bruges. We are now, what is that? That's 9 points clear. That is 9 points clear of third and fourth place. That gap is getting bigger and bigger by the episode. Now, annoyingly, we can't play our new Vietnamese superstar in Nguyen Trong Dat because he's not registered for the Europa League. So we're going to go for the 4-2-4, and it's basically our usual starting 11. Torres in goal, Luis Gabia, Sio and Antwi at the back, La Rosa and Patino in the middle, Montero and Piazza today will be on the wings with Juarez and Bakayoko as our strikers. We are still missing out on Mohamed Faye. He's almost back, I think. I think he's back in, he's back in orange training. 5 days he'll be back ready to play, so we might see him in time for the next match, or say the next match, the Galatasaray return leg at home. Hopefully this is good enough to not embarrass ourselves in Turkey. Well, good news, I guess, in a way, is they have just lost a match recently. I don't know whether that was in their last match they played or the 5th match ago, but they've recently lost a game which we have not done, and we have just put 5 past Anderlecht, who arguably are a team, I would say, on par with Galatasaray. Or at least on their day, they're on par with Galatasaray. I've just seen as well that they are playing the least Galatasaray formation. You don't imagine a team from, basically, from Europe to be playing a 4-4-2, do you? Not from like a Turkey or somewhere like that. You'd expect them to be playing something slightly more exotic. Torres with the ball in goal finds Clinton Antwi on that left-hand side, who might be getting a call up to the Ghana national side. He's never had one of them before. Back to Charlie Patino. Runs into the Galatasaray half, scored his first goal in the last episode, finds Juarez, effort hits the defender, Bakayoko's effort also hits the defender. We've still possibly got a chance from this though. La Rosa to Juarez, there's a runner in the shape of Jose Luis, 3 in the middle. If he just plays it on the ground instead, he manages to concede a goal kick. How have you done that? Now I think this has started pretty well, 11.5 minutes, Antwi to Bakayoko. So far, Galatasaray have done nothing. Juarez in on goal here, not the best effort from the Peruvian. Say, maybe can hold on to that one, and this highlight is going to carry on. The keeper kicks it long over the halfway line. Gabi is headed forward, but Koulibaly collects now for Galatasaray. Gets past Jose Luis with ease. Luis is still there though. Maya back to Koulibaly. Crosses in now. Sio with the header clear. La Rosa, can he try and get there first? He can't manage it. Now Milosevic plays it back, not the best pass, and now we can break Bakayoko. He's in on goal here. Dink it, buddy. He's not dinked it. He's tried to put it in the bottom corner. The keeper was well off his line. You should have just chipped it over his head. Would be 1-0 up. Instead, there's a goal kick that we're actually going to see. Yunus is going to control this probably. Heads it backwards instead. Milosevic to Karaviv. Now Yunus again in the middle. Max Meyer, formerly of Crystal Palace. I don't know if he's signed for Galatasaray. Maybe he's just on loan. Juarez controls this one. In towards goal, he's going to shoot it. Of course he is. Oh my word. Wasn't expecting that to go in. It's 1-0. We've got an away goal. We are beating Galatasaray. Turkish giants Galatasaray. We are beating them. I am desperately trying not to do a Turkish delight pun if we win this game. Jose Luis's throw doesn't find Juarez, but La Rosa gets the ball back. Patino well outside the area. Jose Luis has some space if we want to use him. Patino gets it back instead. Needs some runners. He's gone for a shot himself. He shouldn't be doing that. He doesn't score enough goals anyway. Patino to Antwi. Acres of space for the Ghanaian. He's gone the wrong way. He kind of dawdled on the ball, and that's not the best pass from La Rosa. So that what highlight? Highlight what? What are you doing? What's happening here? Kicked over the halfway line. Sio to Patino. we are still coming forward with this. We are looking so good right now, which is a concern because every time I say that, we normally just pass the ball to a Galatasaray player and then they'll score. Jose Luis, edge of the penalty area, 4 in the middle, crosses in, Bakayoko is there, and Mohamed Bakayoko gets his 30th goal of the season, 2-0 up away from home. We're not even 20 minutes in. I'm going to say Turkish Delight, aren't I? At the end, the episode's going to be called Turkish Delight. I can feel it now. Koulibaly has the ball for Galatasaray to Maya. He's just inside our half, but a poor pass is straight to the Italian Piazza. Now, where are we going to go? He's running off to the right-hand side. La Rosa, back to Piazza, still in the middle of the pitch. Over the top to Juarez. I'm pretty sure he might have been offside. He's tried to chip the keeper from about a foot away from him. Straight into his hands. I think he was offside anyway. Yes, he was, but we are seeing the free kick nonetheless. And this is a goal, isn't it? I feel a goal come in. Sio's given him a kick, possibly. Koulibaly's not kept that in, but Serhat has. Poor pass, and now come on, Boom. Come on, Boom. Through ball to Juarez. Their line is so high, and we are just exploiting it constantly. Their defensive line is extremely high. We should have probably scored about 4 or 5 at this point. We've got a corner. Antwi takes it. The left back crosses it in. Sio's there, doesn't get on the end of it. And this is now where we have a problem. Where we have Antwi taking corners, it means we lose out on a defender at the back. Luckily, nothing came from that, but something might come from this. Montero with this ball, back to La Rosa. Jose Luis, who's got 2 assists so far to his name. Montero to Charlie Patino. He's gone off towards that left-hand side for Clinton Antwi. 4 in the middle, crosses in. Juarez is there, he's taken a couple of bites at it. He's put it in the back of the net, but I don't think it's going to count because Juarez may well have been offside. We're getting VAR. Okay. Again, second time in as many episodes, VAR has been on our side. We're 3-0 up against Galatasaray. We are going to cruise into the next knockout round. We are still only 30 minutes into this game. Koulibaly has this ball, crosses in, Gabbia gets clear. Now Eliomar La Rosa to Montero on that right-hand side. He needs some runners. He's played it forward to Bakayoko instead. He's taken one too many touches in my opinion. La Rosa's gone for a screamer. It's just wide of the far post. Still 3-0. We have had 12 shots. 6 on target in just 30 minutes of football. Galatasaray still not out of this at the moment. Maya with a decent free kick could have found someone, but instead, or maybe they've got lucky here, Jose Luis is man of the match performance right at the moment. He has got 2 assists and blocking chances left, right and centre. Bakayoko can run with this. If he can whip that ball in, he's got plenty of numbers in the middle. It's deflected off for a corner. 5 minutes left of the first half. La Rosa, maybe? Nope, it's Clinton Antwi's taken this one from the left. Crosses it towards the front. Sio's there. Doesn't get on the end of it. Galatasaray clear that ball upfield. And the highlight does end. Good. 3-0 at half-time. 9 shots on target. An XG of 2.1. We are absolutely battering Galatasaray. And I don't really know how or why. Because you've seen some of the other matches. We're not doing anything differently. But you've seen some of the other games where we just like completely implode and collapse and play awfully against some teams that we really should be beating. Galatasaray arguably are a team that we should not be beating, and we are making them look like a Sunday League side. Antwi to Patino, loads of players in the middle, finds Piazza, should have been 4, it's a good save from the keeper, literally 30 seconds into the second half, and we almost make it 4-0. Torres with a goal kick, 10 minutes now into the second half, Patino back to Gabbia. I'm starting to think, do we need to think about fitness? I'm looking at players' sort of fitness, the heart shapes. La Rosa, Montero and Piazza, arguably the 3 least fit players on the pitch, but also they're doing all right. I don't want to take off particularly Piazza. If he's doing well, it should be 4. It's not quite 4. It's actually a free kick because Bakayoko was offside. But yeah, some of those players maybe we need to look at bringing off. Jose Luis as well. Maybe he's one. Right, 65 minutes. What have we got on the bench? Let's bring off Sio. He's not playing well. That's the first thing we're going to do. And now we're going to go fitness. So, Jose Luis, Gabbia. Luis probably is an option, isn't he? Because we have Dehaney on the bench. We've also got Peters. We've got Victor. We've got Andrezinho. Let's give Andrezinho a game. He's not played in ages. He's going to go onto that right-hand side. You could redeem yourself here, Andrezinho. You literally have played 6 games all season because last season you got sent off in a pivotal game. Let's make a name for yourself today. Juarez with this ball off towards that right-hand side in the penalty area. He's on a hat-trick. Of course he's going to try and shoot that himself straight into the hands of the keeper. I would love Andrezinho to actually do something. We've had 25 shots, 15 of them on target. We've scored one in 5, basically. Stedman's head forward to Juarez. He's in the centre circle, so quite deep so far through one of our 2 strikers. He's going to run it off towards the left-hand side, in towards goal. He's going to try and shoot, isn't he? He's not. I'm surprised by that. Charlie Patino gets it from Antwi. Forward to Piazza. Antwi needs to run. He doesn't run. Play it to Antwi. There we go. Clinton Antwi has this ball. Back post is Andrezinho on the head. And Andrezinho gets his 3rd goal of the season. How has he scored 3? He's only played like 6 games. Not going to lie. This is not what I expected when we played Galatasaray. We're going to do our final change. We're going to take off Piazza. We're going to do Jordan Lukaku. Because why not? He's going to try his luck as a left winger. He played really well against Anderlecht. Arguably should have started this game as well. We're going to play him as a left winger. Almost on the 90 minutes. The ball comes in from Galatasaray just wide of the post. That is their first chance of the second half. And it's taken literally 45 minutes to get there. The full-time whistle goes in Turkey. And that is going to be a nightmare for the Galatasaray fans. 4-0 at home. And not only was it 4-0, we smashed them 4-0. That was not like we got a bit lucky. We deserved way more than 4. We were just by far the better side in that game. Now, one thing that I want to find out is what does that mean for the coefficient? We were on 8.3 before we played that game. Belgium now, I've changed the order slightly. So Belgium now are on 8.7. So we have gone up by 0.4. We obviously played our game. I don't know if anybody else also played. So anyone else from Belgium, I'm not sure how the points work, the coefficients work. So no one played in the Conference League. St. Truidens lost 4-0 against Lyon in the Europa League. So I guess, because there's no one else in the Champions League, so I guess then it means that if you win a game in the Conference League at the very least, it's a 0.4 is what you get added, which is actually quite a lot more than I thought. Maybe it's 1.1 per goal? I don't know, actually. Anyway, we're going to go forward to the other side of this OHL game. We're going to play that off camera, and we will return on the 25th of February, ready to play the second leg, where arguably we just need to turn up. That's all we need to do. We're basically through. We haven't played OHL yet, but KV Mechelen have just done potentially a massive favour to us. They've beaten Club Brugge, which means if we win, we will go on to 61 points, and we will be 3 points clear of Club Brugge. We will be 11 points clear of Ghent. That's massive. If Cercle Brugge can do us a favour as well and beat Genk, we are going to be top of the table with a little bit of a buffer as well, down to 3rd place. Well, that wasn't ideal. We drew 0-0 against OHL. At least we're clear at the top of the table. Right, let's go play Galatasaray in the second leg. Is this a good idea? Time will tell. Basically, we are going a little bit rotated because we are 4-0 up. It's going to be Torres keeping his place in goal. Dehaney, Gabiasio and Lukaku will be our back four with Patino and Eden Hazard in the middle of the pitch. Hazard has been throwing his toys out of the pram constantly because he wants to play more football. So we're going to play him in a Europa League game. It's going to be Montero and Juarez on the wings. Bakayoko will partner the youngster Comlan Diallo, who has still yet to score his first goal for the club. Is the match against Galatasaray the time to do it? Hopefully it is. Now, as long as we don't lose 4-0, we're fine, right? If we score a goal, arguably, that's the match over. I don't think Galatasaray are going to get back into this. They are playing 3 at the back, which is a bit of a worry. We know in the past we have had some issues when playing 3 central defenders or against 3 central defenders. So maybe that is going to be somewhat of a challenge for us. We've got a throw, 7 minutes on the clock. Dehaney towards Montero, controls it in the penalty area, strangely. Patino now in towards goal, and Charlie Patino blasts that into the top corner. 7 minutes on the clock, 1-0 on the night, 5-0 on aggregate. We're going through to the next round. 6 minutes later, and Juarez has this ball back to Jordan Lukaku. Eden Hazard plays it all the way across. Back post is Montero, and he's hit the bar. It could be 2-0. We're going to see the throw as well, apparently. Juarez gets it from Lukaku into the area, cross it in, plays it back instead to Jordan Lukaku. Takes a poor touch, still manages to cross it, but it's cleared. And now Galatasaray do have an opportunity to break. Sio with a wonderful slide tackle. Is he going to be fast enough to keep it out as well? Maybe, buddy. There you go. He just about kept that ball in. Torres then plays it off to Dehaney on the right-hand side. Loads of space if the Englishman wants to run into it. Is he going to? He's slowly. He's eventually getting there. Maybe his dribbling's not particularly high. Dehaney's going to go all the way, isn't he? Please do. Score an absolute worldie. Across to Didier Montero. Gets the ball back. Dehaney crosses in. First time Bakayoko was there. And Domeko Dehaney did literally everything in that. I mean, he didn't do a lot. He just kind of slowly waddled up the right-hand side of the pitch. But the first time cross, right onto the head of Bakayoko. It's 2-0. We are battering. We are absolutely battering Galatasaray. We've got another chance as well. Dehaney's throw. Bakayoko doesn't win the header. Eden Hazard, the old man, I think he's now 37, collects the ball for us down the right-hand side. He's not going to go forward. He goes backwards instead. Dehaney with this. Get past your man, buddy. He's crossed it in early. Jordan Lukaku chests it down. Just waffle it. He's not. He's passed it to Juarez. We're facing away from goal. Juarez, is he going to try and shoot? He does. I think that might have taken a little deflection off Diallo as well. Keeper holds on to that one. Highlight is carrying on. So maybe something's coming from this. Kick, which was pretty low. Diallo plays it, or controls it well. Gets the ball back from possibly Charlie Patino. I'm not quite sure. Diallo has this on the right. Back to Domeko Dehaney. Now Charlie Patino. Edge of the area. Through to Montero. And Didier Montero makes it 3-0. We are 18 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. It's 7-0 on aggregate. We are just the best team in the world. It's the Europa Conference League. We are barely the best team in this competition. Half an hour now on the clock. Can we make it 4-0 before half-time? Jordan Lukaku with it towards, it's Juarez. I couldn't see his name properly. Plays it in the middle. Didier Montero through to Bakayoko. Goes for goal. He's hit the bar. It's actually a wonderful save from the keeper to tip it onto the bar. It is still only 3-0. But we are just battering them. How are we doing this against Galatasaray of all teams? Goal kick, 10 minutes left of the first half. Over the halfway line. It's gone past Sio. Halil controls it and gets around his man. Goes for goal. Not the best effort from the striker. Straight into the hands of Torres. Half time then. It is 3-0. And arguably, they've just given up, haven't they? I'm very pleased. I mean, the subs bench are looking complacent, which isn't ideal. Can I talk to the subs bench? Why can I not talk to... I want to talk to the subs bench. Fair enough. We can't do that. I will be looking at using them. And I'm guessing I'm going to have to give them a talk when I bring them on, because I don't want to bring on complacent players, even though we are 7-0 up. Sio's head forward. We are 5 minutes into the second half. Juarez steals that ball away. He's cutting in towards the middle. He's gone for a long-range effort, and the Peruvian's effort goes just over the bar. 3-0. 3-0 on the night. 7-0 on aggregate. Are we going to get it 8? Are we going to make it 8? Or are actually Galatasaray going to, turn up and play football? Karavave on the right-hand side. Plays it into Halil. Bit of space. It's in the back of the net. Taylan Antalai with the goal. Probably not how it's pronounced at all. It's 3-1. Let's not let in another 6, because if we do that, we're definitely losing. Almost at the hour mark. Lukaku to Juarez. I want Diallo to do something. I know he's only 7 years old, but I want him to score a goal. Would be great. This is the time to do it. Eden Hazard with this. Is Hazard going to get 90 minutes? Montero goes for goal. How have you not scored that, Didier? I'm going to shout specifically at Diallo. You can't actually see because it's behind my head. I am going to demand more from Diallo. He's just the only player on the pitch who isn't playing well. That's just demotivated him. That's probably the end of his game, isn't it? Right, off he comes then. Diallo will be leaving the pitch. Matty Stedman, or no, let's do Faye. It's a risk because he has just come back from injury, but we're going to do Faye because the sooner we get his match fitness up, the better, basically. We will also do Victor for Didier Montero. And now we'll do a team talk, basically. Let's do hands together, cautiously. Pressure's off tonight. Yeah, sure, pressure's off. Just do football. They're still complacent. I very rarely do those talks when I do substitutions. Most of the time, I don't even remember you can do it until after I've actually brought the sub on. Juarez gets it from Lukaku. We've got 11 minutes of normal time. Still plenty of time for Galatasaray to score 6 and knock us out of the competition. Juarez with it inside his own half. Crosses over that white line. Tries to find nobody, apparently. Galatasaray now with the ball. Karaviv on the right-hand side. Jordan Lukaku in front of him. Karaviv is going to try and get past Lukaku. Back to Milosevic. Halil in the penalty area. Goes for goal. Torres with a save. There is number 2 of the 6 that they need. It is 7-2 on aggregate. 3-2 on the night. Let's not just crumble. Let's not lose on the night, okay? Apparently Patino's picked up a knock, which I'm a bit concerned about. Dehaney has this ball. We've still got one sub to make. So he could be bringing off Patino. Victor has this in the middle of the pitch. He's gone off towards the left-hand side. He's shot, and it's just gone wide. Right, that is going to be Patino's day up. We're going to be bringing on Matty Stedman instead. So we're finishing with Stedman and Hazard in the middle of the pitch. And we finished then 3-2 victors. We still had 26 shots in this match. How do we have so many shots and didn't score any after, what, the 19th minute? Look at all of these chances. An XG of 2.5. We score 3. Eden Hazard gets man of the match, apparently. Good job, Eden Hazard. We're through to the next round. Question is, how bad is this Patino injury? 4 to 9 days. Okay, it's not awful. That's fine. Eden Hazard on form. 10 key passes he got in that. Right, first thing we want to do before we see the draw. Did we get another 0.4? We did get another 0.4. So, we get 0.4 for a victory. We're now on 9.1 for the season. It means next year we are still battling Scotland and Switzerland. They are still ahead of us in terms of the coefficients for next season. We still need to keep winning games. Right then, it is the second knockout round draw. Now, this is obviously the same amount of fixtures because the teams who won their group also join at this stage, which means we do have another Belgian team in the shape of Ghent joining us. I'm not sure whether we are seeded and unseeded, so we are actually not the worst team in this competition either. It is Shakhtar Soligorsk of Belarus who are also in there. I'd love to play them. I'd absolutely love to play them. Belanen says, get Shakhtar Soligorsk. Fair enough. Schalke versus AZ. Bait versus Bournemouth. Rapid Vine versus Ghent. That's a winnable game for Ghent. I'm happy with that. Levski Sofia versus RB Leipzig. Don't have Kiev. Okay, it's not Dynamo Kiev. Sarajevo get Dynamo Kiev. Don't be Betis. I don't want Betis. Besiktas versus Betis. We have Hammarby. That is a winnable game if I've ever seen one. Hammarby is not a good side in the grand scheme of things. If you put them up against the Lazios, the Betis, and the Galatasarays, the teams that we've already beaten, apart from we did kind of lose 6-2 against Betis, but you'd argue that Hammarby are one of the weaker sides still in the competition at this point, aren't they? So, I mean, they don't even... Oh, wait, their seasons are weird as well, aren't they? So, they had Genk in their group, and they beat them both times. Right, interesting. And then they didn't have to play anyone else because they obviously won their group. So yeah, this is going to be their first competitive game all season for them because their mid-season break is currently taking place now. And with that in mind, next episode, I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this. We might do Antwerp and Hammarby. We might do it that way because I suspect we are going to be good enough to beat Hammarby. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I might record this episode, and if we win, I'll just edit it out. Basically, that might be the plan. If we lose, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. Can we play Galatasaray every week? Because we seem to just do really, really well against them. Hammarby, then, are our next opponents in the Europa Conference League. We are top of the Jupiler Pro League again. By a bit of distance. It's a point. It's a point. We're 1 point clear at the top of the table. We're still top of the table. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the notification bell as well. And I will be back next time with at least one match against Hammarby, maybe a game against Antwerp, maybe 2 matches against Hammarby. There will definitely be Football Manager taking place in the next episode. I'll see you next time.